Here's some things you should know before moving to New York City while I get ready. Started my New York journey with a sublease in Williamsburg, and although my sublease didn't turn out that great, I had roaches. Don't let that deter you. I would recommend, especially if you're unfamiliar with Manhattan, doing a sublease first to see what neighborhood you like, because New York is literally huge and every neighborhood offers different things and has a completely different vibe. It almost feels like different mini cities all in one. If you live in a suburb, it literally will take you the entire first 3 months to get used to how physical it is living there and how much you have to walk. I genuinely couldn't believe, coming from a suburb, how much everybody moves their body there every day. I literally was so exhausted every day for at least the first 2 months. So definitely keep that in mind if you're someone who uses your car every day, which a lot of us do if you're not living in a really urban area. That was one of the things I liked about it in New York though. I liked that I could get one workout in a day and then I still was getting 12 to 13,000 steps just from living. Looking back, I would have loved to do it longer than 3 months because I really do feel like it took me those 3 months to get used to everything. Next is to learn public transportation as soon as possible. It's no secret that New York is one of the most expensive places in the world to live, and unless you're millionaire status or raking it in, it is so expensive to Uber everywhere. Genuinely, it can be $60 every time you call one, and that really adds up. Public transportation isn't as glamorous, but you can literally get from Brooklyn to the Upper East Side in 30 minutes. Obviously, be aware of your surroundings, but if you're trying to budget and you're just moving to New York City, public transport to me is a must, because $2.90 as opposed to $60 every time you want to go somewhere will end up making a really big difference. Currently using the Future Beauty caffeine eye brightener, and I really like this for summer. It's super light, but I feel like it makes me look really awake. Next tip is to go to everything that you're invited to, and honestly just pop into things that you stumble along. New York is one of the first places that I've ever seen art shows just have random pop-ups on Saturdays, and they'll have wine and you can just go in and mingle. We all know that the reputation of people in New York is that they can be kind of bitchy, but honestly, events and things is how I've made most of my friends. I've just found a girl and we talked for a while, we exchanged numbers and then got coffee. I found it a lot easier to make friends in New York City than it was in LA. I guess just because of the density of the population and how many different things are going on. One of the major benefits of living in New York is that there's literally events, dinners, parties every single night. So there's just always something to do and someone to meet. I'm also going to do this Future Beauty Jelly Pop Lip and Cheek Stain. My next tip is that you're completely aware that some of the videos you see on TikTok are definitely romanticizing New York, and I'm telling you right now, people don't move there because it's relaxing. But I will say there's literally more to do in that city in one day than there is for me in 2 weeks in the suburbs. So I just feel like it's the best way to live the most life, if that makes sense. That was kind of the appeal to me. Also, a lot of really creative and driven people there. The energy is just great, so I love that. Like I said, not relaxing, but definitely inspiring. And I just kind of love that you never know what's around the corner. Literally, it could be a jazz bar, it could be a line for a pop-up, it could be somebody